1 penny. A single cent. What if I told you that this tiny coin, a 1964 Abraham Lincoln penny, could fetch an eye-popping $1.3 million on the collector's market? Yes, you heard that right, a penny worth a fortune. But what makes this coin so valuable? Today, we'll dive deep into the fascinating story behind the 1964 Lincoln penny, exploring its history, rarity, and why it's commanding such incredible prices. So, stick around, this is a story you don't want to miss. First, let's set the stage. The 1964 Lincoln penny is part of the Lincoln Memorial Penny series, which ran from 1959 to 2008. Designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner, this series featured Lincoln's iconic portrait on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, replacing the earlier wheat penny design. But in 1964, something interesting happened. The U.S. Mint was facing a coin shortage, partially fueled by increased demand for small change in a booming economy. To meet this demand, millions of pennies were struck across 3 mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. So why is the 1964 penny, produced in Denver, particularly important? Here's the twist. Billions of pennies were struck that year, yes, billions. Over 3.8 billion pennies, to be exact. But somewhere in that massive production run, a rare anomaly was born. It's believed that a select few coins were struck with a rare error or an unusual planchet, the metal disc used to create coins. These coins either have unique minting defects, extremely rare die varieties, or were struck on an incorrect material. And that's where this particular coin story gets really exciting. Collectors are drawn to error coins because they're essentially the freaks of nature in the coin world. From double dies to off-center strikes and even coins struck on the wrong metal, these errors make certain coins incredibly rare. And as you probably know, in the world of coin collecting, rarity equals value. The 1964 penny in question is rumored to have been struck on an experimental planchet, possibly a leftover from another coin series or a composition never meant for regular circulation. The exact details are murky, but one thing's for sure, this penny stands out. Another factor adding to this coin's allure is its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a flawless, mint-state specimen. This particular 1964 penny is graded at an extraordinary MS 68, meaning it's almost perfect. In fact, this is one of the finest known examples of the 1964 penny, making it an absolute treasure for collectors. Combine that with the error or experimental planchet, and you have a once-in-a-lifetime find. So, how did this coin reach such a staggering value of $1.3 million? The key lies in its auction history. When rare coins like this hit the market, high-profile collectors and investors are willing to shell out big bucks to own a piece of history. This specific coin was auctioned off in a highly competitive bidding war. And thanks to its unique characteristics and pristine condition, it broke records for a Lincoln penny. It's worth mentioning that prices for rare coins like this often exceed expectations, driven by the passion of collectors and the sheer rarity of the piece. Now, you might be wondering, how can you tell if your 1964 penny is special? Start by checking the mint mark. The D below the date indicates that it was struck at the Denver Mint. Then, look for any unusual features, such as doubling on the letters or numbers, an off-center strike, or even a strange color or texture. However, keep in mind that professional grading and authentication are a must. Most 1964 pennies are worth their face value, or maybe a few dollars if they're in good condition. It's only the rarest of the rare, like this $1.3 million specimen, that reach astronomical prices. Speaking of grading, let's talk about the importance of professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. These organizations evaluate your coin's condition, check for authenticity, and assign it a grade. If you believe you've stumbled upon a rare 1964 penny, sending it to one of these services is your best bet. A verified grade can make or break a coin's value. So, what's the takeaway here? The 1964 D. Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how something as seemingly ordinary as a penny can turn into a life-changing discovery. While finding a $1.3 million penny is incredibly rare, it reminds us to always double-check our change. Who knows? The next great coin discovery might be hiding in your pocket right now. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed learning about the 1964 D. Lincoln penny and want more coin collecting tips, rare coin stories, and market updates, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Let us know in the comments, what's the most valuable coin you've ever found? Hey, coin collectors and treasure hunters! Have you ever looked at the loose change in your pocket and wondered if one of those pennies could be worth more than $1 million? Well, today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating coins in U.S. history, the 1965 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. And yes, you heard that right, this penny's current market value is an astonishing $1.4 million. Buckle up, because this tiny piece of copper has a story as big as its price tag. Let's start with some quick history. The Lincoln penny, first introduced in 1909, is one of the most iconic coins in American numismatics. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it features Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and, for coins minted before 1959, 2 wheat ears on the reverse. Starting in 1959, the design switched to the Lincoln Memorial, marking the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. But what makes the 1965 penny so special? Why is this coin turning heads and fetching record-breaking prices at auctions? It all comes down to a unique combination of history, rarity, and a little bit of mystery. Now, you might be wondering, why does the 1965 penny have no mint mark? Normally, a mint mark indicates where the coin was produced. For example, D for Denver or S for San Francisco. But in 1965, the U.S. Mint did something unusual. During the mid-1960s, the U.S. faced a nationwide coin shortage. To address this, the Mint decided to eliminate mint marks from all coins produced between 1965 and 1967. Their goal? To discourage coin hoarding by collectors. So, while the lack of a mint mark is normal for 1965 coins, there's something about this particular penny that sets it apart. Here's where things get interesting. While millions of 1965 pennies were minted, the $1.4 million penny we're talking about isn't just any 1965 penny. It's believed to be a rare error coin, possibly struck on the wrong planchet, meaning the metal disc used to make the coin. This particular penny may have been struck on a 90% silver planchet instead of the standard copper zinc planchet used for pennies. Silver planchets were typically reserved for dimes, quarters, and half dollars of the era. How a silver planchet ended up being used for a penny is a mystery, but it's this error that makes the coin so incredibly valuable. Fast forward to today, and this rare 1965 penny has captured the attention of collectors around the globe. In a recent auction, it sold for a jaw-dropping $1.4 million. That's right, a single penny, worth over $1 million. The buyer remains anonymous, but the sale has cemented this coin's place in numismatic history. Such a high price is rare even for error coins, but the unique circumstances surrounding this penny make it a true one-of-a-kind treasure. Now, I know what you're thinking, could I have $1 million penny in my collection? It's possible, but rare coins like this are 1 in a billion. Still, it's worth checking your coins for unique features. Here are a few tips. First, look for minting errors, like double strikes, off-center designs, or wrong planchets. Second, check the date and mint mark. While the 1965 no mint mark penny isn't rare on its own, unique characteristics like being struck on a silver planchet are what set it apart. Finally, consider having your coins professionally graded and authenticated. Reputable grading services like PCGS or NGC can help you determine their true value. Even if you don't find $1 million penny, collecting coins can still be a rewarding hobby, and sometimes a profitable one. Rare coins tend to appreciate in value over time, especially if they're well preserved. If you're interested in starting your own collection, do your research, visit coin shows, and connect with other collectors. You never know what hidden gems you might find. Presenter, so there you have it, the incredible story of the 1965 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny, a tiny coin with $1 million legacy. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone curious about the world of rare coins, this story proves that sometimes, the smallest things can hold the greatest value. Welcome back to Coins Home, the go-to spot for coin collectors, enthusiasts, and anyone fascinated by the world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we're diving into a story that's capturing the attention of collectors worldwide, the 1966 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny that's currently valued at a staggering $1.6 million. Yes, you heard that right, a single penny worth over $1 million. Let's break this down and find out why this coin is so valuable, how to identify it, and what you should look out for in your own collection. So, what makes this coin so special? At first glance, the 1966 penny looks like any other Lincoln penny minted between 1959 and 1982. It features Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse side, designed by Victor David Brenner, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse side. However, this particular coin's unique characteristics set it apart and drive its jaw-dropping value. First, let's address the no mint mark detail. Many pennies from 1966 have no mint mark, which was actually intentional. Between 1965 and 1967, the U.S. Mint decided to remove mint marks from all coins to discourage coin hoarding during a coin shortage. So, the lack of a mint mark on its own isn't unusual for a 1966 penny. But this coin's story doesn't stop there. What really sets this coin apart is its condition, rarity, and error characteristics. In numismatics, which is the study of coins, a coin's value is determined by factors like its grade, scarcity, and historical significance. This 1966 penny has a combination of factors that make it an absolute showstopper. One of the key reasons this penny fetched $1.6 million is its incredible grade. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being perfect, flawless under magnification. The 1966 penny in question was graded MS 67+, which is almost unheard of for pennies from this era. High-grade coins like this are exceedingly rare because most pennies are circulated and develop wear and tear over time. Now, let's talk about another factor that boosted this coin's value. It has a highly sought-after minting error. Errors occur when something goes wrong during the coin production process, and collectors love them. This particular penny reportedly has a doubling error, meaning certain details on the coin appear twice due to a misalignment during minting. Doubling errors can affect the text, Lincoln's profile, or other design elements, making the coin one of a kind. Adding to its rarity, this coin has an exceptional copper luster and no visible blemishes. It's essentially a time capsule from 1966, which is incredibly hard to find today. Combine that with its doubling error and high grade, and you've got a coin that's worth its weight in, well, gold. This specific penny was sold at auction for $1.6 million, setting a record for a coin from this time period. But you might be wondering, how do I know if I have one of these valuable pennies? Great question. Let's talk about how you can check your collection. First, grab a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe and carefully examine your 1966 pennies. Look for signs of doubling, especially around the text and Lincoln's profile. Pay attention to the condition of the coin. Does it look nearly perfect, with no scratches or discoloration? If so, you might have something valuable. While finding a penny in MS 67+ condition is incredibly rare, it's always worth checking. If you think you've got a rare coin, the next step is to have it professionally graded by a service like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. These organizations can give your coin an official grade and determine its authenticity. Keep in mind that even if your 1966 penny isn't worth millions, it could still be valuable. Many pennies from this era with minor errors or in high-grade condition can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. It's always worth exploring. So, what's the takeaway here? Rare coins like the 1966 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny prove that everyday objects can hold incredible value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, keep your eyes peeled and never underestimate the treasures hiding in your pocket change. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Let me know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin or if you're inspired to start looking. Hey there, treasure hunters and coin collectors. What if I told you that a simple penny in your pocket could be worth $1.6 million? Sounds unreal, right? Well, stick around because today we're diving deep into the fascinating story of the 1968 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Not only is this coin shrouded in mystery, but its jaw-dropping value will leave you stunned. Let's get into it. So, first things first, what exactly is the 1968 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny? Well, it's part of the famous Lincoln Cent series that began in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. These coins typically feature Lincoln's profile on the obverse side and, in 1968, the reverse showed the Lincoln Memorial. Pretty standard stuff, right? But here's where things get interesting. Most coins minted in the US have a small letter indicating where they were made. This is called the mint mark, and it's usually found right below the date on the coin. In 1968, pennies were struck at 3 mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins from Denver have a little d, and those from San Francisco have an s, but Philadelphia coins? Here's the kicker, they didn't have a mint mark at all. So, technically, a no-mint mark penny from 1968 isn't that unusual, unless it's not from Philadelphia. And that's where this million-dollar story begins. Now, why is this specific penny so special? Experts believe that a handful of these no-mint mark pennies were actually struck in San Francisco instead of Philadelphia. That's right, someone at the San Francisco Mint may have accidentally, or intentionally, left off the S mint mark. This makes the coin an error coin, and error coins are a big deal in the numismatic world. They're rare, they're valuable, and they have stories that collectors absolutely love. What's even crazier? Not many of these error coins were ever found. To date, only a few are known to exist, which skyrockets their rarity and their value. But how did one of these coins end up being worth a jaw-dropping $1.6 million? Let's talk about the value of rarity and how the coin market works. When it comes to coins, value is determined by 3 main factors: rarity, condition, and demand. Let's break it down. First, rarity. The 1968 no-mint mark penny from San Francisco is incredibly rare. As I said earlier, only a handful of these coins are confirmed to exist. The fewer the coins, the higher the demand among collectors. Second, condition. Coin grading is super important when determining a coin's value. A grading scale from 1 to 70 is used, with 70 being a flawless, mint condition coin. The closer to 70, the more valuable the coin, and third, demand. Coins with fascinating stories or major errors tend to fetch astronomical prices at auction. The 1968 no-mint mark penny ticks both of these boxes. It's a one-of-a-kind error and a piece of history. That's why one of these pennies was sold for an unbelievable $1.6 million at auction. Okay, I know what you're thinking, could I have one of these coins sitting in my piggy bank? It's possible, but let's talk about how to identify one. First, look at the date. 1968 is what you're looking for. Second, check for the mint mark. If it's missing, that's step 1. But remember, a no-mint mark penny could also just be from Philadelphia, which is common. The key is getting your coin authenticated by a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll be able to confirm whether it's a genuine San Francisco error coin. Authentication is crucial because there are a lot of counterfeit coins out there. Don't get scammed. So, could you be holding $1 million penny? It's not impossible. Coins like the 1968 no-mint mark penny prove that even the smallest, most overlooked items can hold incredible value. The best part? You don't need to be an expert to start searching. Check your old jars, your wallet, and even your grandparents' coin collections. Who knows, you might strike gold, or copper, in this case. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Also, drop a comment below, have you ever found a rare coin? I'd love to hear your story. Thanks for watching, and remember, the next time you pick up a penny, it might just make you a millionaire. Did you know that a simple penny from 1970 could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.1 million? Yes, you heard that right, a single penny. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating story of the 1970 Abraham Lincoln penny, how it reached such a staggering value, and what you need to know to potentially uncover a hidden treasure in your pocket change or coin collection. So, grab your magnifying glass, and let's explore this incredible story of numismatic history. Close-up of a 1970 penny spinning on a table. A title screen appears, the $1.1 million penny, the 1970 Lincoln coin story. Background music builds excitement. To understand why this penny is worth over $1 million, let's start with its background. The 1970 penny was minted at the Denver Mint, one of the United States' major coin production facilities. Like all Lincoln cents, it features Abraham Lincoln's iconic profile on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. 1970 was an important year for the Lincoln penny. It was still being struck in its classic composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing about 3.11 grams. At face value, this coin was worth just 1 cent, but certain 1970 pennies turned out to be far more valuable, thanks to a critical error during production. Footage of old minting presses at the Denver Mint. A close-up of Abraham Lincoln's face on the penny. So, what makes this 1970 penny so special? The answer lies in a rare and dramatic minting error known as a double die. A double die occurs when a coin's design is accidentally impressed twice onto the die used to strike the coin. This results in noticeable doubling of letters, numbers, and other design details. In the case of the 1970 penny, the doubling is most apparent in the date, specifically the 1970, and the inscriptions Liberty and In God We Trust. But this isn't your ordinary double die coin. This particular error is exceptionally rare. Zoom in on a 1970 penny with doubling on the date, highlighted and annotated. A slow pan across Liberty and In God We Trust, showing the doubling effect. Text overlay. What is a double die? A minting mistake where designs are struck twice. Here's where things get really interesting. Not all 1970 pennies are worth millions, only the ones with this very specific error in minting. Why? Because error coins are highly sought after by collectors, and the rarity of the 1970 double die penny skyrockets its value. In 2022, a pristine example of this coin, graded MS-65 red by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, was sold at auction for an incredible $1.1 million. Coins like this are considered the Holy Grail for error coin enthusiasts, not only because of their rarity but also because of their impeccable condition. Footage of an auctioneer hammering down a coin sale at a grading slab with a label, 1970 double die MS-65 red. So, how can you tell if you have one of these rare coins? First, look for the mint mark, indicating it was minted in Denver. Then, examine the date, 1970, with a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. If you notice clear doubling, especially on the date and lettering, you might just have struck gold, well, copper, technically. If you suspect you have a 1970 D double die penny, it's crucial to have it authenticated and graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. This will confirm its authenticity and help determine its value based on its condition. A magnifying glass zooming in on the date, 1970, on a penny, comparison of a normal 1970 D penny and a double die version, text overlay, tip, use a 10x magnification tool. To wrap things up, the story of the 1970 D double die penny is a testament to how something as ordinary as a penny can turn into a treasure worth millions. While the chances of finding one are slim, it's not impossible. So, the next time you're sorting through your change, keep an eye out, you might just have $1 million coin hiding in plain sight. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on more exciting coin stories and hidden treasures. Let me know in the comments, what's the most valuable coin you've ever come across? Thanks for watching, and happy hunting. Host smiling and holding up a penny outro screen with the text, subscribe for more coin stories. Background music fades out. Hey, coin collectors and curious minds. Welcome back to your channel name, the place where we dive into rare coins, their stories, and their unbelievable values. Today, we're talking about a modern penny that's turning heads in the coin collecting world, the 2013 no-mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny that's valued at a jaw-dropping $1.2 million. Yes, you heard that right, a single penny worth over $1 million. How did this happen? What makes this coin so special? And could you have one sitting in your change jar right now? Stick around, because we're breaking it all down. First, let's talk about the 2013 Lincoln penny. This coin features Abraham Lincoln, who's been gracing the penny since 1909, over a century ago. But here's the kicker, most pennies from 2013 are pretty common. You probably see them daily. They were minted in large numbers at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. But the coin we're discussing today has no mint mark, and it's not your typical Philadelphia coin. So, why is this important? Coins without a mint mark typically indicate they were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, and for most years, that's nothing special. However, in 2013, a mysterious batch of no mint mark pennies surfaced that didn't align with standard minting procedures. These coins are believed to have been part of a rare production error or test strike, making them incredibly scarce. Rarity is the name of the game in coin collecting. The 2013 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is considered one of the rarest coins of the modern era. Experts estimate that only a handful of these coins exist. What's even more fascinating is how these coins were discovered. Collectors and numismatists started noticing these pennies showing up in circulation, with no mint marks but subtle differences from the standard 2013 pennies. Some suspect they were an experimental batch, while others theorize they were struck in error and accidentally released. Whatever the case, this coin's scarcity immediately caught the attention of the collecting community. Now, let's talk about the million-dollar question, literally, why is this coin worth $1.2 million? Well, it all comes down to three key factors: rarity, demand, and condition. First, its rarity. With only a few known examples, this coin has become a white whale for collectors. Second, demand. Modern coin errors and anomalies are becoming increasingly popular among both seasoned and new collectors. And third, condition. The coins that have been found so far are in pristine condition, often graded MS 65 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. High-grade coins always fetch higher prices, and when you combine that with this coin's unique story, you get a record-breaking valuation. Earlier this year, one of these 2013 no-mint mark pennies sold at auction for $1.2 million. That's right, a penny most of us wouldn't give a second glance to in our pocket change is now worth more than a luxury car or even a house. This sale set a new benchmark for modern coin values and has everyone asking, could there be more out there? Interestingly, the coin in question was graded MS 67, an almost flawless example of this rare penny. If you think about it, that 1 cent coin is now worth 120 million times its face value. Mind-blowing, isn't it? So, how can you check if you've got one of these rare pennies? It's simple. Grab any 2013 penny you have lying around and take a close look at the area just below the date. Normally, you'll see a small letter, either P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, or S for San Francisco. If there's no letter at all, you might have a Philadelphia penny, but you'll need to verify if it matches the rare variety. Consider sending your coin to a professional grading service for authentication. They'll be able to tell you if it's one of the rare no-mint mark coins and give it an official grade. Even if it's not the $1,000,000 coin, who knows, it could still be worth a pretty penny. Well, that's the story of the 2013 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny, a true modern treasure that's taking the coin world by storm. Have you checked your change lately? Who knows, you might have a $1,000,000 coin just waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more rare coin stories. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin, and let's talk about it. Thanks for watching.